So hi and welcome to this CyCoffee session. My name's Anthony, and in this session we're going to be talking about how to leverage automation to improve threat protection. I wanted to start just to add a little bit more context around this, and I wanted to start with this really interesting report. It's publicly available, so you can all download it, and it's titled "The Cost of a Data Breach." It was sponsored by IBM, but it's some independent research done by the Ponemon Institute. So what they did is they studied 550 real breaches across 17 countries and regions, and across nearly, there's nearly 3,600 interviewed. And the main goal of this was to determine what organisations spent on activities for the discovery of the immediate response to a data breach. Now, I picked some highlights out from this report that were really astonishing to me, and the first one was 277 days on average time to identify and contain a data breach. Now, when we put that into perspective and we think about it, when we think about all of this technology that's out there, and most of the organisations that I talk to, they have this technology in place, but it's still taking 277 days to identify and contain a data breach. And if we look at this across the last 6 years, so from 2016 up until 2022, it hasn't really dropped below 250 days, as you can see from this graph here, with I think the highest there being 280 days in 2020, and then 2021 it was 287, and we can see it's dropped slightly in 2022. But again, it's quite astonishing to just put this into perspective of how long these cyber attacks and these criminals are within your organisation, and how long it's taking organisations to identify and contain an attack. This one was quite interesting to me, which is looking at the average cost of a data breach. And I think as technology evolves, and as we need to evolve as cybersecurity specialists, obviously there's more attack vectors, and if we break it down, we see through this graph here, we can see the average cost of these different attack vectors. And then if you look at the different attack vectors and how long it takes to, again, identify and contain, again, it's really quite astonishing to me, with the highest one here, which was stolen and compromised credentials, 327 days. So I just wanted to start with this because I think it just puts it into perspective why we really need more automation and more protection, I guess more preventative measures into our cyber security strategies. When we look at detection, most organisations, these are organisations that I'm speaking to as well, they talk about, it's lengthy, it's often manual, lots of data gathering involved. And then on the response side, they're telling me that they're going by device, it's very manual. And then when you couple in not having the skill sets and the process, and then there's the oversights, when usually you've got to then bring the experts in and pay lots of money for them to really understand what the root cause and the impact of a cyber incident may have been. So just to talk a little bit about CyNet and what we do to try and address this and provide more automation and speed up the time to respond. So from a detection perspective, we're using multiple technologies. So apologies for all the buzzwords on this slide, but we're combining lots of technologies, from your next gen antivirus to your endpoint detection and response, and all of this in a single platform, single solution. So all of that talking to each other, which helps this lengthy, often manual data gathering process. If all of these products are talking to each other and correlating information together, it's a lot easier to look at data and forensics. And then when you look at the response side, we're automating this with the technology as well. So we've got two approaches. We've got the technology aspect, which can identify the threat and can respond to the threat, and in some instances with CyNet, we can investigate the threat automatically with the tool. But then you've got the people element for those oversights. So the ability to have a 24/7 team of experts that are there available to help with those oversights. So you're not having to pay lots of money for the experts to come in and try and understand what happened from the incident. This slide kind of gives you a demonstration of what we call an autonomous investigation from CyNet. So this is the ability, and what we're offering is the ability to detect an incident, give you the alert, but then automatically investigate using the telemetry that we've collected. And this is very, very much hands-off, and this is why we call it an autonomous investigation. So full end-to-end from investigation, giving you the findings, and also the remediation aspect of the cyber incident as well. And this is where we're talking, and I'm talking about trying to leverage automation. So just to summarize, and how to leverage automation and to improve threat protection, well, the simple answer is look at CyNet Auto XDR. So thank you for watching this session. I hope you found it informative. Thank you very much.